Recording started.
Okay, so first tip I can give you, which might seem blatantly obvious, but know your immunities. What that means is you have to know what each balloon does because some towers may not be able to pop them. So, in the early rounds, you eventually end up getting to, like, I don't know, reds, blues, greens, yellows, whatever, right? Those have no immunities. Any tower can pop them if they attack. But there are special balloons, which are the black balloon, the purple balloon, the white balloon, the lead balloon, the zebra balloon, and that's it. The rainbow balloon has no immunities. It is just super decked out. And the ceramic has a special coating that takes multiple shots before it breaks. And one other thing. A DDT, these little fast little frickin' jerks, are lead, black, and camo. So there are three other properties that you can enable. There is the camo property, the regrow property, and the fortified property. So to start, we have the camo property. Basically, that means that there are only certain towers that will be able to attack it. So say if I were to just place a dart monkey, you cannot, it can attack any normal balloon, right? It can attack a non-camo balloon, but a camo balloon won't attack it, right? So, but a ninja can, because it can see camo by default. Don't worry, because normally every tower that can attack has some type of upgrade that can see camo, apart from Alchemist. Alchemist has no way to give camo, to be able to shoot camo without external buffs. But that's not really a tip that you inherently need, because Alchemist, personally, is not really used for attacking. It can, not really used for it. Okay, so that gets the camo property out of the way. Now the regrow property. The regrow property basically means that if the balloon isn't attacked for a certain amount of time, it will regrow its layers. So let's say we throw in a green balloon, red, blue, green. It goes back to green, and then ends up being popped if you could attack it fast enough. So that can create really big issues when it comes to camos. I mean, not what am I saying? Ceramics. Say if you were to pop a ceramic with, I don't know, buckshot is probably a good example I can think of, right? It spawns a ton of extra ones, and yeah, it does damage, right? But let's say, basically the entire point what I'm trying to convince you of is you can create regrow farms very easily. 2 ceramics. Never mind, I'm dumb. Oh my god, how do I explain this? So a regrow farm is basically when a balloon pops into 2 separate types of balloons and is able to regrow into the next layer without being popped again. What is notorious for making a regrow farm? I don't... This. Tax. Look, it spawned a lot more ceramics. That's because ceramics spawn 2 children, and those 2 children spawn 2 more children. And then over time, it just becomes a mess. Let me just, I just want to get rid of the spikes. Okay, so I know the regrow one was really overcomplicated. Next one is even more simpler. Fortified. Basically, you gotta do double the damage. You want to take out a Moab? Look. So say that you have, I don't know, just something to show the pop count, right? You have a regular Moab, right? Go in, no problem, right? 596 pops. We'll do a fortified Moab. 816. So you had to do a lot more damage in order to pop the Moab. That goes for every balloon that can be reinforced. All right. Now on to a little bit more nitty gritty. So there's the black balloon. Basically, it cannot black balloons cannot be affected by explosions. That really only applies to the bomb shooter, so it's not a massive concern, but it's still something noteworthy. Purple balloons, basically anything that has like laser damage, that does something with plasma or fire, will not be able to do any damage. So say if you have a super monkey, right? Let's say you get all the way to a true sun god with super range. You'd think you'd be able, it can take down a ZOMG. At least it should be able to. Right? It just takes it down. This massive behemoth of a blimp takes it down with ease. And from there, laser super monkey basically has laser blasts. Can't do damage to it. No matter what you do, the plasma will not go through it. Same thing with fire. Won't be able to do fire damage. So say if you have a wizard monkey and you have dragon's breath, no damage. Purples also negate magic damage, so wizards of any type will not be able to do any damage, even if it's a tier 5. No damage. Alright, on to the white balloon. This one is probably the least scariest in my opinion. Basically, it just negates ice monkeys and magic. So, I'm pretty sure magic. I've never really had issues with white balloons, so I may be wrong. Nope. Okay. So it's just magic in the case of ice cannot freeze white balloons. Simple enough. On to leads. Probably the most notorious for killing people because no one is ready for them. These ones are annoying because basically almost every tower cannot pop. There are like so many towers that cannot pop lead. Like at all. Even like high tier ones, right? A tax zone. A glaive lord. Never mind, the crossbow master is gonna do that. A plasma monkey fan club, right? A sniper. A sniper. A sky shredder. You get the point, right? What popped it? There we go. It was a sky shredder. All that down the drain because of lead. So then you ask, what can pop leads? There's quite a lot of lead options. I'm pretty sure, like, there's a lot of lead options. But the cheapest one, the easiest and cheapest one to be able to do, is the alchemist. I prefer to do the alchemist because it's super fun for it's good for farming, and I mean the other stock is the bomb shooter. But I mean personally, I just prefer the alchemist. Easily just takes out a lead balloon with these. All right. So that is zebras. That basically zebras are a mix of black and white balloons. There's nothing more special about that. It's literally just basically bombs and ices cannot pop them. So, all right, that's pretty much all of the properties. So, there's one more thing I want to cover: DDTs. These things have black property, lead property, and camo. Basically, this comes up in the later game, so you'll have defense for it. But if you don't have, so you would think, oh, if it has a lead property, I'll just explode it. No, you won't, because it has the black property, and plus it needs to see camo regardless. So the best way to deal with those, in my opinion, is to get just camo detection that can pop lead. So say if you were to do a Glaive Lord, probably not the greatest example, but a Glaive Lord, it can see camo. A fun fact, the orbitals the things that spin around the Glaive Lord can see camo, but the boomerang itself cannot see camo, right? So say DDT comes in, boomerang did not attack it, but the orbitals did. But alright, so it can see camo, it can pop leads because it has the red hot rings upgrade, and as you could see, it didn't do it, it didn't pop it. But that's why DDTs are so annoying, because they're fast and they have quite a bit of health. So that's pretty much all the properties that you're going to want to know. I know it's a lot of information to take in. It's really simple, to be frankly honest. Once you start getting used to when they come in and how to deal with them, it'll be second nature to you. So there are a couple rounds that I'm going to give you of note to just pay attention to. So first, round 24. Round 24 has the first camo balloon. Round 28 has the first lead balloons. Round 33 is nothing but camo. Round 40 is the first Moab. And every other 20 rounds will come in an upgraded version. So round 40 is a Moab. Round 60 is a BFB. Round 80 is a ZOMG. If it'll load in. There we go. Yeah, a ZOMG. And then round 100 is the BAD. Now you may be asking, what about DDTs? Those are special cases because they're not on the balloon hierarchy. Like, that doesn't even make any sense. So, basically, round 90 is when DDTs come in. There's a bunch of camo leads, camo reinforced leads, then 3 DDTs. Those are some good rounds to know. But there are three rounds that you should keep an eye for when you're going on more harder rounds. So the first round is round 63. This thing is notorious for catching players off guard, because couple leads, massive ceramic rush just runs through. That'll kill you instantly. And there's 3 of them. There's 3 rushes of like 40 ceramics. Another one to keep note of is round 76. This is a massive ceramic regrow rush. It's super simple to deal with, but if you're not ready for it, it'll catch you off guard. Same thing with round 78. You will get a massive regular ceramic rush, but then later in the round, this round's really long, you'll get another ceramic rush that's camo. Those are pretty much the rounds that you're going to want to try to pay attention to, and just be prepared for. So just to recap, 24 is camos, 28 is first leads, 40 is MOB, and then increasing by 20, so 60 BFB, 80 ZOMG, 100 BAD. Alright. There are 2 big things that players always do. 1, they cram their monkeys towards the beginning of the map. They just load them up with defenses, and it works. It can work. It can work. Don't get me wrong. It can. But what happens if your front line of defense just can't defend? Then you're stuck. Yeah, you'll have a lot of time to react, but if your reaction time isn't so good, especially when it comes to rounds where balloons are very fast, say like 95, your reaction, you'll have to literally, you won't have enough time to reach over, place a monkey, and upgrade in time before it's already gone. So just put your monkeys towards the middle of the track where they have a good spot. Say like a Glaive Lord. Yeah, you can put it here, and you'll defend. But it's so much better to place it here. Yeah, it takes a little bit longer, but look at how much track that covers. So much better. Get out of the habit of shoving your towers to the front of the track. Please, please, please. Okay. The second thing that I always notice that newer players do is, because of the fact that they don't have any upgrades, they opt to just buy monkeys galore. Buy more and more and more and more. And maybe a couple more, right? Don't do that. Once you start getting upgrades, once you start having these upgrades, it is more worth it to buy upgrades. So here, perfect example. I spent money to get 3 dart monkeys. Let's throw a pink... Yeah. Let's give him a rainbow balloon to throw at him, right? Still some stuff straggling, right? Almost gets it. Right? Alright, so let's say we take those and just put 3 upgrades on a crossbow. Give it a rainbow. No stragglers. Buy upgrades, stop buying more monkeys. It's going to do you a lot of help. One last tip that I have for you is damage is not always the answer. Sometimes you're gonna want some support. There are some rounds that come that are really tough ones. Some good supports that you can have are a 0-1-3 glue. These are super valuable because they slow mobs and allow you to just do so much better in the mid game while you're saving up for your tier 5. Also, relentless glue is also super useful, and if you have the money for it and you really want to, super glue stuns them in place. Literally freezes them in place. And does damage too. Super useful thing that will cut you back on monkey money. Let's say that you are playing in a chimps game or any type of game where you're gonna die. Basically, you're gonna die. You're not gonna defend and you know that you're dead. Doesn't matter on what round. You can press escape or press the settings button, which is on the top right. See, I died. Or, I don't know if you can see my cursor, press the settings on mobile, it'll pop this up. Basically what you do then, before you die, press back, press home, and it will reload you back into that round. Saves you so much monkey money ahead of time, because you won't have to deal with having to continue if you want to keep playing the game. There is one fair warning though. When it comes to chimps, if you'll see, I have a lot of black borders. That's because I've beaten chimps without doing that. So basically, I have to beat the game in one run. I can't leave and save to home. Black borders are optional. I prefer them, but just ahead of time, if you do that during a chimps game, you will not be getting a black border after beating the chimps game. There is no exploit to get a bunch of monkey money. Get that out of your head. There's no exploit. Best way to do that is just to play games and to earn monkey money this way. For me, looks like there's not much monkey money, but that's because I've beaten the rounds. But say I go into an expert map and I'm going to play a game that I haven't played yet, 800, 500, 300, you get a lot of monkey money. Even then, like say if I'm going to go on Flooded Valley, I get 1,000. So you just are going to want to just play the games normally. And another thing to note, the easier the map, the less monkey money you're going to get, and the easier the mode, the less monkey money you're going to get. So say you want to play a beginner easy map, you'll get 15 monkey money. But if you play an advanced easy map, you'll get 45 monkey money. See the difference? It's something to note, but as you grind your black borders, you'll be getting a bunch of monkey money and you'll be getting a bunch of XP. I'm currently level, I've hit veteran level recently. So I'm at the max level, 155, and then got enough XP to get to the veteran level. So you don't know if you'll have enough for stuff that you want to do.